Hi. It's funny how things are unfolding with internet marketing. I'm having a glass of wine. It's been a harrowing day. Um, yeah, on the way back from that meeting this morning, I was thinking, okay, so the idea with the accounting thing, okay, I know this is a bit boring. It's work stuff, but I like it. And I thought, okay, the idea I've got is to have a keyword, maybe 30 keywords, and have an advertisement under, you know, each one of them, I guess, so that if a person looks up like controlled accounts, for example, for an explanation, they'll see an advertisement there, and I thought, yeah, that's all well and good. But with all those sort of things, you've gone there to look for controlled accounts. You want to know about controlled accounts. So how are you going to get to know about controlled accounts with the way I've got it structured? Because what I'm planning on doing is having a just a sample of, or had been planning, just having a sample of debits and credits. And then you can find out about the control accounts by signing up for a free offer, free trial. Yeah, which, I mean, it's just like, I think it would go better if someone clicked on the ad and could somehow see control accounts and found out that is their free trial. They can get an extended free trial, but that's their first free, they've just got an answer straight up. And on the way back, I was thinking, yeah, I was trying to get a pop-up to happen, or maybe even this page that isn't on the menu, um, for that particular advertisement. You could have the web page, you could have a button on it or something, and you can actually find out what control accounts are about by it, without making a whole new web page, but just and you just bring up a page like I've done with Paper Trail. So what I'm trying to say is, what I'm learning from Paper Trail, I use on accounting. What I learned from accounting, it was just, as the start of Paper Trail. It seems to be feeding on one another. It's really, it's like it's interbreeding with itself. Uh, because and the thing that fascinates me about the whole thing is, normally you put a web page together. This is what typically happens, and you've shown me examples of it. A person puts a web page together. You sent me one of different games you can play with the kids, and then you think about how you're going to advertise it. I think in that case they got a health insurer, somebody who sells, a company who sells health insurance to sponsor them. So they might get a certain amount. Hang on, I've just got Kurt. Just hang on now. Hi, hang on. Bit busy. Give me 10 minutes. Yeah. So anyway, yes. So, oh God, Stumpy's going off again. Yeah. What was I talking about? I've lost it with Stumpy and Kurt and everything. I've forgotten completely what I was talking about. It's hard to talk and type at the same time on two different subjects and chop onions. Yeah, yeah. It's I don't know. I just think it's fun. I just think it's I think the idea is to uh, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, normally you get a web page. That's what I was talking about. I'd forgotten. I was going too much. And then you think of ways to advertise it. And as I said, with the one you sent me, it was with a health insurance company. What I've done is turned that on its head. I've done it exactly the opposite. I've actually gone to advertise something else with YouTube advertising and debits and credits, and I've thought, geez, the product's shit. Who's going to buy it, or at least I don't think they will. But Godfather, the bloody advertising technique's good. So what I've done is I've said, I've got the advertising technique. Now, what product can I put with it? And I mean, it was a stumble. It was just an accident. Yeah, but I just thought, I was writing home and saying, yeah, that's what I've done. I've turned it on its head. Um, yeah, uh, it's just interesting. So, and in turning on that on, and then what happens is I then go and doing stuff in Paper Trail, and I come up with things and ideas and concepts. I think, oh, shit, I could use that for accounting. You see how it's like mathematics. You know how mathematics started off with one thing and then built on that and built on it and built on it. But someone had to start it off with something. But they took that base knowledge and that added a bit more knowledge, and that gave them, a whole. So they worked it from the bottom up, which is the way I work actually with everything. Most people try to work top down. They think, oh, we've got a web page and we do that. Yeah, kids are like this little game. Yeah, families that have it as top down. Okay. And then they think, right, okay, how do we advertise it? That's top down. They've got an idea. And I've always worked bottom up, like the discovery of mathematics. It worked from Pythagoras, I suppose, was the first guy. Just, I mean, who cares why he drew that? But he worked bottom up. And mathematics has grown that way. And it's huge now. It's a huge tree, but it grew from the bottom up. It wasn't like somebody thought, oh, gee, we need an exponential function here, to describe a flow of something or another, or so no, it started from the bottom, and they built and built and built and built. Yeah, and so that's what I've actually done. I'm a bottom up. I've gone bottom up and worked up, and now as the initial stages, like mathematics, took a long time for me, and then my family had to, like a long time between moves, as indeed it was with Pythagoras. It took a long time for the next one to come along, and the next one, and we're talking hundreds of years. Mine hasn't been quite as bad, but now what's happening is it's going into a rapid phase of development. But as I said, it's all come from, and not top down, which I try to do. I used to talk to Sue about, how do I do this top down? How do I do this? This is too hard doing it bottom up, because you don't know where you're going. Like, nobody even knew where they were going with mathematics. Nobody thought, we need a mushroom cloud, thing will just destroy everything. So, we'll start with physics and work top down. How do you build one of these things? Because they didn't even know what it was going to look like until the thing blew up, the hydrogen atomic bomb. Yeah. So, it's all bottom up. And like, instead of making a hover car, which we all expect, we can see that in our mind. We've seen the Jetsons, we've seen the hover car, we know exactly what it's going to look like. No, now they're going to have a car that drives itself. So obviously we're going somewhere, but not necessarily where we think we're going. See what I mean? It's God, who would have thought someone would come up with a car that could drive itself? Like in 1970, you could have said to anybody, hover cars, in the class, who thinks going to be, and most of the class, 99% of the class would have put their hand up, probably 100, all of them. Yep, we're going to have hover cars by 2016. Had somebody said to the class in 1970, okay, cars are going to drive themselves in 2016. Who believes that? Anybody? Stop laughing. Stop laughing. It's not that funny. Driving some car. Yeah, right. Come on, hop in. Yeah, you can imagine the stories. Yeah. Hover car. Yeah, we think so. Yeah. No, it doesn't work that way. It's bottom up. We might get to hover cars in the end, but maybe not. But yeah, that's how it's going. Yeah, I don't think anybody can stand it, least of all me. It's a bastard. But at least it's getting quicker. You're enjoying the speed of it, which is good. But I just thought I'd make a quick video on this because I've given you the voice message on the other stuff I wanted to talk about, the confidential stuff. I'm just cutting these onions. Yeah, so, and that's, I'm thinking, I think it's just a hidden page for the accounting one, hidden 50 pages. Each one of them, you can just call, not on the menu. And then, if you just want to access that one, bang, there it is. And on that particular advertisement, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Um, but yeah, you can find out about controlled accounts, or you could find out about this, or you could find out about that, which is relevant. And remember, relevance is the most important thing. So you go on to the advertisement, you think, oh shit, that's good. I understood that. You've got that. And they say you want a free trial. Yeah, you might be interested in the free trial then because I understood what I came here for. But my problem was, you want to know about control accounts, for example, and you arrive at the site and you find out about debits and credits. No, that's not relevant. It might be great, might be everything else, but it's not relevant. Yeah, so it's interesting. But yeah, it's like mathematics, like it's bottom up. And that's what's happening. And now I'm going into it's speeding up. And that's probably why I'm a bit excited because, my God, it's been boring. Honestly, sometimes it used to be years between stages. Years. 2 or 3, 4 years. It was awful. Now it tends to be, yeah, sometimes only a month, weeks. Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, I sort of came up with that idea of, pulling, no, it wasn't even that, it was last week. Yeah, and then I could just apply that to the other. Yeah, so it's like mathematics. Yeah, bottom up. Yeah, you take knowledge that you've gained somewhere else and you use that to build something new. Yeah, really, really exciting. And I've got so many products I want to do. Um, and yeah, no, that's quite amazing, isn't it? I don't know whether it's interesting to you or not, but I've just got but I don't want to do it all. I don't have the time. I don't have the inclination. I'd have to finish the track book, the accounting one. That's all I've got to do. But like if I wanted to make a Google bus, by the time I get to doing that, hopefully I've got enough ideas for how to sell it. All right, before I even start it. But I don't want to do any of it. I just want to say, I want something like that. It looks like that and surprise me. I don't physically want to actually code it and program it. Why would I want to? It's knocking your head out. But I'm sure it'd be possible just to go on. Someone who knows their way around, just go, get that engine, this engine, then blah, 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 put it together, bang, done. It's exciting, isn't it? Anyway, I'm cooking lunch. I'll talk later. Bye.